You know, there's something I hear from so many of my friends these days, folks in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, who say, I just don't feel like myself anymore. Maybe you've noticed it too. That little extra stiffness in the morning, the energy that seems to slip away faster than it used to, or even those small aches that weren't there a few years ago. Now, here's the thing, some of these changes are just a natural part of life. But what if I told you that some of the things you're doing right now might actually be making things worse? Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because no one ever told you, hey, after 65, maybe it's time to rethink this habit. That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. If you're between 65 and 80, there are a few things you might be doing, completely unaware, that are silently harming your health. The good news? Once you know what they are, they're often easy to fix. So let's get started. First, let's talk about skipping stretching. Now, I get it. When you wake up in the morning, the last thing you might want to do is spend 10 minutes stretching. Maybe you think, I'll just take it easy today, or I walked yesterday, that's enough. But here's the problem, as we get older, our muscles and joints naturally lose some of their flexibility. If we don't actively work to maintain it, everyday movements, like reaching for a cup or bending down to tie your shoes, can become harder, even risky. Think of it like a rubber band. Leave it unused for too long, and it becomes stiff, brittle. But when you gently stretch it regularly, it stays flexible and strong. Your body works the same way. A simple daily routine, just 5 to 10 minutes, can make a world of difference. Try reaching your arms overhead, gently rolling your neck, or doing seated toe touches. You don't need to be a yogi, just move in ways that feel good. Next up, sitting for too long without breaks. This one's a sneaky one because it doesn't feel harmful. Maybe you love sitting with a good book, watching your favorite shows, or even working on a hobby at the table. And that's wonderful. But here's what happens. When we sit for long stretches, our circulation slows down, our muscles start to stiffen, and even our posture can take a hit. The fix? Set a little timer every 30 minutes. Just stand up, take a short walk around the room, or do a quick stretch. It doesn't have to be a workout, just a minute or two to get your blood flowing. You'll be amazed at how much better your body feels when you give it these little breaks. And finally for today, not drinking enough water. I know, you've heard this one before. But here's why it's especially important as we get older. Our sense of thirst isn't as sharp as it used to be. You might not even realize you're dehydrated until you start feeling tired, dizzy, or even a little foggy-headed. Water isn't just about quenching thirst. It keeps your joints lubricated, helps your digestion, and even supports your brain function. So here's a simple trick. Keep a glass or bottle of water nearby at all times. Take small sips throughout the day, not just when you're thirsty. And if plain water isn't your thing, try adding a slice of lemon or cucumber for a little flavor. Now, these are just the first few things to look out for, small changes that can make a big difference in how you feel every day. But there's more to cover, like the foods that might be working against you without you realizing it, or why your favorite type of exercise could actually be doing more harm than good. So stay with me, we'll dive into those next. In the meantime, why not try one of these small changes today? Maybe set a reminder to stand up and stretch, or fill up that water glass right now. Your body will thank you. And remember, this isn't about giving up the things you love. It's about making little adjustments so you can keep enjoying life to the fullest. Let's keep that energy going. You know, one of the most surprising things about getting older is realizing how much the little things matter. The small choices we make every day, what we eat, how we move, even how we rest, add up over time. And sometimes, the habits we've had for years without a second thought might be the very things holding us back from feeling our best. So let's keep going, because the next few things I want to share with you might just change the way you think about your daily routine. First, let's talk about ignoring strength training. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, "Oh, I don't need to lift weights. I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder." And you're absolutely right. But here's the truth. After 65, we naturally lose muscle mass, about 1 to 2% every year. And that loss isn't just about strength, it affects our balance, our metabolism, even our ability to recover from illness or injury. But the good news? You don't need heavy weights or a gym membership to fight back. Simple resistance exercises, like lifting light dumbbells, or even soup cans, using resistance bands, or doing bodyweight moves like seated leg lifts or wall push-ups, can make a huge difference. Just 10 to 15 minutes, 2 or 3 times a week, can help keep your muscles strong and your body resilient. Think of it as maintenance for your future self, so you can keep doing all the things you love. Next up, eating the same way you did at 50. Our bodies change as we age, and so do our nutritional needs. But so many of us still eat the same way we did decades ago, without realizing that our metabolism, digestion, and even taste buds have shifted. One big culprit? Too much processed food, especially salty snacks, sugary treats, and packaged meals. They're convenient, sure, but they can lead to bloating, energy crashes, and even higher blood pressure. Instead, try focusing on whole foods, fresh fruits and vegetables, lean proteins like fish or beans, and healthy fats like nuts or olive oil. And here's a pro tip: as we get older, protein becomes even more important to maintain muscle, so try adding a little extra to every meal. And while we're on the topic of food, let's talk about skipping meals. Some folks lose their appetite as they age, or they think eating less will help them stay light. But undereating can actually sap your energy and weaken your immune system. Instead of big meals, try smaller, nutrient-packed snacks throughout the day, like yogurt with berries, a handful of almonds, or a slice of whole grain toast with avocado. And finally, for this section, neglecting your social connections. This one might surprise you. After all, what does chatting with friends have to do with your health? Well, as it turns out, a lot. Loneliness isn't just an emotional struggle. Research shows it can have real physical effects, from higher stress levels to a weaker immune system. But here's the thing: staying connected doesn't mean you need a packed social calendar. Even small interactions, a phone call with a family member, a weekly coffee with a neighbor, or joining a local hobby group, can make a big difference. And if getting out is tough, technology can help. Video calls, online book clubs, or even leaving cheerful comments on your favorite videos, hint, hint, can keep those connections strong. Now, we've covered a lot here: strength, food, and the power of staying connected. But there's still more to explore, like the surprising ways your sleep habits might be working against you, or why some common medications could be affecting your energy levels without you realizing it. So don't go anywhere, we'll tackle those next. And in the meantime, why not pick one thing from today to try? Maybe swap that bag of chips for a handful of nuts, or call up an old friend you've been meaning to catch up with. Small steps lead to big changes. And remember, this isn't about overhauling your life overnight. It's about making little tweaks that help you feel better, so you can enjoy every day to the fullest. I'll see you in the next part. You know, as we've been talking, I've been thinking about something my grandmother used to say: getting older isn't about giving things up, it's about learning how to do things smarter. And isn't that the truth? The little adjustments we make now can add up to more energy, more joy, and more years of doing what we love. So let's wrap this up with the last few things you might be doing without realizing they're quietly working against you, and more importantly, what to do about them. First, let's talk about skimping on sleep, or sleeping too much. Now, I know sleep can be tricky as we get older. Maybe you find yourself waking up at 4 a.m. for no reason, or you're tempted to nap all afternoon because you didn't rest well the night before. But here's the thing: irregular sleep doesn't just leave you groggy, it can affect your memory, your mood, even your heart health. The sweet spot? Most experts say 7 to 8 hours is ideal for older adults. If you're struggling to get there, try setting a gentle routine. Dim the lights an hour before bed, avoid heavy meals or too much TV late at night, and keep your bedroom cool and quiet. And if naps are your downfall, limit them to 20 to 30 minutes in the early afternoon, so they don't steal from your nighttime sleep. Next up, brushing off new aches and pains. It's easy to think, oh, my knee just hurts because I'm getting older, nothing I can do about it. But here's the problem: dismissing pain can sometimes let small issues turn into big ones. That nagging ache in your back? It might just need some gentle stretching or a new chair. That stiffness in your hands? Maybe it's time to ask your doctor about arthritis-friendly tools or exercises. The key is to listen to your body. If something hurts for more than a few days, don't just push through, get it checked. Often, a small fix now can save you bigger trouble later. And finally, letting fear of falling keep you from moving. This one's a real catch-22. The less we move, the weaker our balance and muscles get, which actually increases the risk of falling. But I get it, after a stumble or two, it's natural to want to play it safe. So here's my challenge to you: instead of avoiding movement, focus on safe movement. Try exercises that build balance, like Tai Chi or heel-to-toe walking. Just hold onto a chair if you need to. Wear shoes with good support, clear clutter from your floors, and consider a grab bar in the bathroom if needed. The goal isn't to eliminate risk, it's to build confidence so you can stay active without fear. You know, when we started this conversation, we talked about those little things that might be silently harming your health. But really, this isn't about fear or giving things up, it's about empowerment. It's about realizing that you have more control over how you age than you might think. Every small change you make, whether it's drinking more water, stretching daily, or reconnecting with an old friend, is a step toward a healthier, happier you. And the best part? It's never too late to start. So here's what I'd love for you to do next. Pick one thing from this series that really resonated with you, just one, and try it this week. Then, come back and tell me how it went in the comments. Did you notice a difference? Did it lead to another small change? I'd love to hear your story. And if this video helped you, why not share it with a friend or family member? After all, we're all in this together, and who doesn't want to feel a little better every day? Thank you so much for watching, and remember, aging isn't about slowing down, it's about learning how to thrive in new ways. Here's to your health, your happiness, and all the wonderful years ahead.